I feel so much more nervous than I did last time. Plugged in, plugged in, plugged in, plugged in, plugged in.
And if it does decide to blow up.
Smeedia built or Smeedia blown? Which one is it? So the day of reckoning is here, the scary times of building a car, and that is starting it for the first time. I just got the base map back from Chris. Now a couple key things to point out here is they don't normally do base map or break-in maps for something like this that's big turbo, big injectors, built engine kind of thing. So this base map may not be 100%. I'm going to take a couple data logs and send those data logs over to Chris of the car idling just to see if he can clean up idle a little bit. He does not advise that we drive on this map. Let me say that now. He does not advise we drive the car on this map. We have a rev limiter of 1 PSI and no, our rev limiter is 3,500. Our boost limiter is 1 PSI. We can go 1 PSI into the positives. Whole 1 PSI, Matt. That's playing on his phone. So, I just got the map uploaded to the access port. Before I even upload the map onto the ECU, I'm gonna go ahead and do a couple things in here in the engine bay. So when I went to put coolant in the car yesterday, you guys already know that one of the lower coolant lines down there was leaking off the water pump. I fanoodled it a little bit and the leak stopped. So I'm gonna go ahead and get our coolant reservoir guy on here. I'm actually gonna take the intake off for this whole first start thing just so I can visually inspect the turbo as everything's working. We have all of our sensors plugged in for the most part, but I'm gonna run through here, do another check. After the check's been done, we'll upload the map to the ECU. Matt's going to do a chant for us for like good luck, and then we're gonna attempt to start this thing. I'm nervous. I'm nervous. Well, there's one coolant leak, but it's stopped.
Or no fuel leaks.
No fuel leaks and no coolant leaks. Those are good ones to have. Good ones to know.
It cost us all our money. We should have got a hot tub instead of a pool.
I agree.
Yeah. Like
we could have been sitting in a hot tub like this. All right, so we have coolant. We have nothing leaking.
We don't even know if this thing's gonna run. Man.
We don't know if this map is gonna work.
Hey, listen, Tanner, you've asked us for a lot in the past, and this is probably the dumbest thing you've ever asked us for. We haven't even seen the fucking car, and we just know it's got a lot of shit done to it.
I've had Chris tune all of my cars, so
this could never run again.
I have a lot. That's the thing with tuners, man. You build up trust with a tuner.
Massage the hose, my man. You gotta always take time to massage your hoe.
Are you gonna feel the same way about mittens when its time comes?
Fuck, mitten blew up.
You're not gonna be nervous when you go to put mittens back together and start it for the first time?
No, I'm gonna start it and just drive the fuck out of it.
I'm actually on a battery charger, so I'm Gucci there. Please connect the green test connectors under the dash. I need to put these on a switch. Green test connectors have been plugged in. What's next? Do not turn off or unplug vehicle or access port. Don't tell me how to live my life.
Rock this rain can, huh?
Huh?
Gonna rock this rain can.
Dude, that's my coolant overflow, okay? Please turn and leave ignition to the off position to begin reinitialization.
Actually, I've never blown a car up.
Please disconnect the green test connectors. Dude, we're gonna hear a built engine. My built engine for the first time. Smeedia built or Smeedia blown? Which one is it?
Blown by Smeedia.
Blown by Smeedia. I feel so much more nervous than I did last time that we went to start this car for the first time. We did that 3 times. We went to do a first start on this car 3 times. Hey, Conehead. We're pretty much ready to start. Before we do that though, Matt has a new chant for us, different from the one from last time.
Please don't let this engine explode. It cost us all our money. And if it does decide to blow up, let us give views.
Are we done?
Is that it? Is that it?
That's it.
Okay, cool. Let's start this thing.
That's the pressure.
ha. Now let access port turn on. We have a clutch. Alright. Let's do the scary thing. I'll prime it one more time.
Ready, set, go.
He's like, wait, well, just one more for good luck.
I'm scared.
It's going great.
It's gonna be fine.
I gotta get fuel pressure set. It's already on. It's already spot on. Dude, why did that fire up so perfectly?
It was great, right?
That was literally like perfect. How's that fucking spot on, dude? Everything is spot on. Holy shit! Holy shit, dude!
Yeah, don't touch that.
Why is it smoking?
Don't touch that.
Yeah, I know, don't touch that. It's really oil off the header.
It looks so cool in the camera though.
That's just oil. Yeah, that's just oil off the header. Holy shit, dude! Holy shit, dude! Dude! Ah! Ah!
Oh baby.
Ah! First try! First try, man! That's beautiful! Oh, we're leaking fuel. I just saw a drippy drip. I'm gonna turn it off. Alright, there was a drippy drip of fuel that just came off the fuel pressure regulator. Hey, 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 stop! You stop that! Stop!
Hey!
Stop!
Chase Bays, they're the best.
Dude, it just squirted everywhere. We got a squirter.
The power steering reservoir was just like, oh yeah, I can't believe I'm on this engine right now.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
You saw a drippy drip?
Yeah, I saw a drippy drip come off the fuel pressure regulator. Alright, let's let it sit for like 5 minutes to lose pressure. We have leak on power steering pump. And oh my god, I need more rags. There's a leak on power steering pump too. Fuck! Fuck you, Chase Bays! Move! Chase Bays!
Oh, dude, it shot at your turbo.
Dude, Chase Bays has done me dirty so many times. Okay.
My 5D is too heavy.
All right, let's recap here, man. What were our problems in the 30 seconds that it just ran?
Well, apparently you saw a drippy drip from this guy.
I did. I saw a drippy drip from the fuel pressure regulator.
But I don't see anything.
I just saw one drip.
Let me take my glass. See with my glasses.
We saw power steering pump leak.
Oh, yep, that's your culprit right there.
Is it that fitting?
Yeah.
It's okay. I have more AN
You
fittings.
probably just need to tighten it.
Tighten what?
Tighten this.
The fitting?
Yeah.
And let me grab a
Coming
wrench for
from the
that.
fitting. Ooh.
So it was drippy drip. That's a bad thing to have drippy drip.
Yeah. Yeah, fuel's normally not a fun thing to have spraying all over your engine.
Well, it didn't even spray, it just dripped. Before we go to start it again, issues, I say go through, tighten all fuel lines again, just to double check them all. Power steering, we gotta figure something out with that. That was not okay. That might have too much fluid in it.
It probably does. I don't understand.
I don't like the Chase Bays one.
The Chase Bays setup, why does it aerate
so
the
much
fluid?
I don't know, and it literally just squirted power steering fluid literally everywhere.
Yeah, it was like, oh.
It's like it saw the turbo and then it got excited and just squirted everywhere.
Yeah.
So, we'll take a 10. We'll come back and go for attempt number 2 on starting. Okay, that was a good first start. That was a very good first start. Minimal issues. Yes, power steering fluid got excited and just squirted everywhere. I just hopped on eBay and somebody makes a billet -10 fitting for the top of the power steering pump where I have that slip-on hose with hose clamps on it. And then I just ordered the -10 45 to be able to turn that line into an actual AN fitting. So that way, it'll fix all of our leaking issues off the power steering pump. I've always had power steering leaks with this car and it's always been stupid annoying to deal with. So now that we've got power steering fixed, I went through, I double checked all of the fuel lines, retightened all the fuel lines. Go for round 2 on startup. I'm gonna start it, run around, do checks again on everything that we just fixed. Make sure it's not freaking out. Ow. I'm gonna do a data log this time to send to Chris just to validate idle and everything. So far, everything is like solid with this. It's really freaky being able to see that thing move right there, but I'll get used to it. This is no longer pissing out of the top of it. It's not leaking off of that fitting right there right now because I shoved another hose clamp on it. All oil feeds look brilliant. Engine's running extremely smooth, nothing leaking down below. Dam and feedback knock are on point. So dam is right at 1, feedback knock is 0. AFR, Chris did a killer job. We're at about 14. We're at high 13s, low 14s, but I'm guessing he put it a little bit more rich just to be on the safe side. And here we have oil pressure dropping slowly as the car warms up. So right now we're hanging out around 59 PSI. We're not seeing huge oscillations with the oil pressure right now. On top of that, oil temp is starting to climb up there also. I want to get this to operating temp. So I'm watching coolant temp also over here. Right now we're at like 155, climbing to about 160 degrees. Water temp, right here it's saying about 187. The sensors are in 2 different spots. That one up there is located in the radiator. This one is pulling information from the coolant crossover on top of the engine. But right now, I don't want to give it any gas. I want to let those rings really seep into the cylinders as much as I can right now. But it's alive! It lives! It lives! And it sounds surprisingly quiet for a built engine. Like, normally built engines on cold starts are very loud, very clanky. It might be because I put the tolerances fairly tight in there to what I was shooting for, that everything is like kind of where it needs to be. So I'm gonna let it run for another like 15-20 minutes. We'll get it up to operating temp. We'll let it sit, we'll let it chill, and then we'll kind of go from there for what we need to do next. That's a good turbo right there. So it's the next day from when we did the first start. We got a couple things we gotta do. So we have a coolant leak coming off of one of the hose on the water pump that goes up to the coolant tubes that feed the heater core and that crosses over to the AOS. I got both hoses because there's 2 of them. I'm just gonna replace them both. Subaru had one of each in stock, so I just snagged both of them. So we gotta drain coolant back out. I bought new coolant because I didn't want to recycle coolant in this engine since it's brand new. I also want to pull out the oil that I have in there. I just have some standard like 530 in there. We're gonna get that out. I've got an oil drain pan right there that I just like super cleaned. I want to see how glittery the oil is that comes out. On every new engine, it's going to be glittery, like it's normal, everything's breaking in. So if you see a ton of glitter, I mean, granted, if you see a giant chunk of bearing come out, that's probably a red flag, but glitter's totally fine. So I think we'll start with the coolant since I already have a bucket under there. So I'm gonna go take a shower and cool it real quick. It's definitely not the, you know, there's you can see the metal in there. What am I saying? You can definitely see it. This is after like 25 minutes of the engine running or so. So, you know, it's not a bad idea to swap it out, but let's throw some break-in oil in here just so that way we can minimize how much crap is actually going through the engine, because we don't want that. We don't want that going in there. It looks like a weird spider web thing. Look at the veins in that. That's just weird. So she's idling good again. We're getting a lot of air bubbles out of the cooling system, which is as to be expected. We have no more leaks down below, which is beautiful. No more coolant leaking out of those lower lines down there. Everything sounds beautiful. Everything is feeling great. As you guys heard, I gave it a little couple baby revs for you. But if you take a look here, our dam is right at 1. We have 0 feedback knock. The thing that is like a little bit concerning, it's smoothed down now. Oil pressure was jumping around a little bit earlier. It's definitely smoothing out. I may still end up swapping the oil pump for an RCM one. Not 100% sure on that quite yet, but she's alive, which is all that matters to me, and she's running healthy. So I'm gonna let it get up to operating temp, shut it off, let it cool back down. Then we'll let it sit for the night, but I needed to get those couple smaller things knocked out. Let me run through this and I'll be right back. I got her up to operating temp. No more leaks, nothing like that. I was a little bit concerned. I heard like a weird tinging noise coming from the turbo. I guess that's normal for ball bearing turbos to break in. I just like checked shaft play. It has a little bit of axial shaft play, which is in and out, and a little bit left to right, but I guess when oil pressure starts to flow through the turbo, brings it all closer to 0 tolerance and what it's at right there. So I guess that's totally normal, so I'm not gonna worry about it, anything like that. This has probably been one of the smoothest first starts we've had on any engine build, any car rebuild, anything. This has been like the smoothest, which is weird. The only issue that we had, leaking coolant. Leaking coolant, is that it? And a little bit of like fuel leaking, but both of those are easily resolved. But now we're just waiting on a base tune to come in, or an updated base tune. So I went ahead, I ordered Cobb's fuel pressure sensor for the fuel system because Surgeline wants me to get it for this e-tuning that we're gonna be doing back and forth. Once that comes in, I can get that on. I'm also waiting for an actual coolant overflow because mine is just a can of energy drink that's been drinking, so it's just an empty can. So we'll get that taken care of, we'll get it all resolved. But anyways, I'm so pumped, you guys. I cannot wait to get this thing to dyno, just to even drive it on the road. I haven't driven Karma in like 2 or 3 weeks at this point, so I'm so excited. Woo! But anyways, that's all I got for you guys on this one. If you liked the video, you know what to do. Actually, hold up. Self-plug, merch. Remember, we got new merch up on the website, www.smeedia.net. If you do want to grab anything, limited stuff, other stuff, whole bunch of good stuff, all the stuff. Now that's all I got for you guys on this one. So if you guys like the video, if you guys are pumped to see this car actually drive, actually get on the road, and actually make some power, go ahead, hit that like button, turn it black, blue, green, yellow, purple, silver sign, whatever color it turns for you. But today's color of the day is yellow for commemoration of Karma surviving and living up to the first start. I'm not gonna lie, I am looking forward to when the car stops like having that break-in smell to it, because I hate the break-in smell. But anyways, with that, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, one of these corners, I'll put it in one of them. No idea which one yet. I have no idea what I'm saying at this point. But anyways, I'll catch you guys in the next one, which actually is going to be an informative video. So peace out, homies. Woo!